Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Winning Bet Picks. My name is Gio, and I'm here alongside Luca. And today we'll be predicting and previewing the derby in the Bundesliga. That's right, it's Hertha Berlin against Union Berlin, and what a match this poses to be. How are you doing today, Luca?
I'm doing well, Gio. Thank you.
Excellent. First things first, guys, let's get some announcements out of the way. So far, a pretty good week. In the Champions League, we ended 3-1, so 3 wins out of 4 predictions. And in the Europa League, we ended 2-1, so 2 wins on 3 predictions. Quite a good week so far, of course. Tottenham, unfortunately, yesterday had to blow it in the last minute, but this is soccer, and this is usually what happens in terms of betting. You gotta expect these bad beats. But today we're turning our heads towards the Bundesliga, of course, the opening fixture of this weekend. And like I said, it is a very interesting game between these two teams. Hertha Berlin has been completely disappointing, if I have to say, so far this season. Currently sitting in 13th place with only 8 points, still winless at home. And they're facing a team that at the moment they're pretty much in one of the best forms in the league. I think there's no better time for Union Berlin to walk into this match at this moment. Currently in sixth place on 16 points, only one loss in 9 games, and they've just been scoring so many goals. Luca, what kind of game are you looking at here?
Well, as we know, derbies are always tightly contested games, so we could probably expect quite a close game here. Union Berlin have been one of the excellent stories of the season. We should keep an eye on them throughout the season, just the way they've been winning games, not only getting results, but doing it in style too. The amount of goals for they have is really impressive. I mean, after Bayern Munich, they have the most goals for in the league. So that's really impressive from coming from a team who's only, in their second year in the Bundesliga after being promoted 2 years ago. This place position is great for them, and they're going to want to look to continue that here against a team they should be able to beat.
Yeah, and like you said, Derby days, you kind of kick out the form out of the equation because anything could kind of happen. And I think the bookmakers are kind of making a sense of that as well, keeping the odds very, very tight in this one. But like you mentioned, Union Berlin has been quite impressive so far. The only thing that, still hasn't given me, the okay that this team could actually compete for the top positions is that let's be honest, they haven't faced any top opponents yet. Yes, they managed to get many wins. They've kept, some results going their way. But at the end of the story, this is a team that we've seen time and time again, last year especially, battle in the middle ground of the league, and things weren't the same at all. About Hertha Berlin, though, Luca, what are you expecting with this team? Can they finally bounce back and get a result here? Like I said, they're still winless at home. Can this be the game that things could turn around for them and get that win?
Yeah, I think they have a few things going for them here. One of them being they do have the better team on paper, more skilled players. They had a quite a great transfer window. They brought in some players that have really improved the squad. Guendouzi from Arsenal, really short up the midfield, as well as Matheus Cunha from Leipzig, who's actually their top scorer with 6 goals. So these key additions improve the squad. It's more, the players that have been there for a couple of years that need to step it up. And defensively, it has not looked good. They've let in a lot of goals. They've let in 18 goals against, which is not a great record, and they really need to shore that up. But if there's a guy who can get this team to play some better football, it is experienced coach Bruno Labbadia. He has the experience to really turn the team around, and maybe this is the game that they do that in an important derby match.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And like you mentioned, the very frightening statistic for the Berlin: 18 goals against in 9 games. That's averaging 2 goals against during that span. And like you said before, Union Berlin 21 goals for in 9 games, so they're averaging more than 2 goals there. Hertha Berlin have to be solid on defense. I think the only way that they can get anything out of this match is if they keep that back line steady and maybe, get some goals in the attack with got even players like Piontek. I know you mentioned Kuna. He's doing very well as well. But, like you mentioned, there's experienced players out there that need to step up and turn the ship around for Hertha Berlin. Now, guys, in terms of the prediction, we're looking at the game, like I said, that the bookmakers find very tight, and you can see that in the odds at the moment. That's why we're not going to go with a team in particular today, but we're looking more at the goals market. And based on my research, what I'm looking here is that these two teams, when Hertha Berlin plays at home, they're scoring 75% of their matches. When Union Berlin plays on the road, they're scoring at 100% of their matches. Also, both teams are conceding at 100% at the moment, at home and away for both teams respectively. And, that spells most likely that these teams will not keep a clean sheet in this game, which, I'm very well expecting that because Hertha Berlin are going to want to get a win in this game. They still winless at home. They still need to get a win for their fans, for their coach, for the team in general, just to change the morale. And Union Berlin at the other end, on the other side of the coin, they've been just scoring goals for fun. So I don't think any of these teams could possibly keep a clean sheet here. You're getting a good value as well for that bet. So both teams to score. Right now, I'm looking at bookies. They're looking at around 1.75. So very good odds, if I could say so myself, when you look at these stats. So the safe play here, guys, I wouldn't go on a specific team. Yes, Union Berlin is in form, but I would stick to the goals market. So both teams to score is our prediction for today's game. Let us know in the comment section what you guys think about this game. Are you going to touch it at all? Are you tailing it? Or are you fading this game altogether? If you haven't yet, please leave a like on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. We post daily videos, and not only including soccer, but also other sports. Of course, right now, only the NFL is going on, but when other sports do resume, we'll be covering those as well. So, guys, leave all that in the comment section. Don't forget also to turn on your notification bell to not miss any videos. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for yet another one. Good luck with your bets today and have a great day.